Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we are checking out the NFL Week 6 Playbook Strategy, specifically for the Sunday night and Monday night challenges, because it's pretty hard to predict the week-long challenges and end-of-week challenge and the Sunday Slate challenge, because there's so many games to pick from. So we're going to go over those two, and actually in this one, which is different if you watched the last couple weeks, is in this one we actually know what the challenge moments are, so we're not speculating on the challenge but just the players that could hit and some of the potential bottlenecks for these challenges. And also we got some big news on NBA Top Shot releasing the roadmap on Monday. So if you didn't watch my last video on the roadmap and some predictions and hopes that I have for that, definitely check that one out. It'll be linked at the top of the description, also the end card of this video. So for this one, before we get into it, I have a bunch of packs to open. So you can see on my packs page I have 3 packs from last week's playbook plus the S2 weeks 3 and 4 pack, which I haven't opened. It's been a few days now. Hard for me to hold packs like this, but wanted to hold it for the video. So we're going to save that one for last because there is a chance at a rare in this one. And then I didn't actually realize this, that these are both 2-star packs, so I don't think there is a chance at a rare in any of these, but regardless, we're going to open them all up. So here's my 1-star reward. All right, so just one moment in this pack. It is Laviska Shenault. Had one huge play, and I think that's like all he's done all year, so this is probably it. It's like an 80-yard touchdown catch. So not the best. It is a debut moment, though. And now let's go on to the first 2-star pack that I have here. Again, no rares I don't think can be pulled in this, so I'm just going to open up any one here. Colts team moment. So I feel like team moments are pretty underrated right now and starting to be used a little more, so this is a pretty good one. Debut, actually. Colts moment out of just 7,000. Sauce Gardner with Richard Sherman. It's kind of cool. They got a commentary from Sherman and Gardner here. And a rookie debut moment is out of 10,000 now. All right, so here's the second 2-star pack that I have to open here. Geno Smith. So he's actually been playing really well for Seattle. And this is a debut Geno, which could come in handy. I think he's going to have a big week, actually, against Arizona. And then we have a Eagles team moment debut. So 2 debut team moments. I think those are going to be pretty valuable. So not mad about getting 2 of those. And I guess, was that like a turnover on downs? Oh, yeah, it's like a goal line stand here. That's pretty cool. All right, so here is the Series 2 pack, $49 pack from week 3 and 4 with a chance at a rare. So I'm just going to see right off the bat if we have a rare. No rares. So it might be hard to get your pack value back without a rare, but we'll see what we get. Rashad Penny, unfortunately, he just broke his leg or something. Is out for the year. So I don't think this one's too valuable. And we got Ravens. Oh, I thought it was going to be Lamar, but it's a rookie debut at a 10,000. Kyle Hamilton, forced fumble. Pretty cool one. And we got a Bills moment out of just 5,000. Jordan Poyer. Oh, that was like the game-winning interception, I believe. So out of just 5,000, pretty good. Here we got a Ravens team moment out of 6,000. So I was actually considering buying this one for $12, I believe it was. All right, so here on Evaluate Market, taking a look at that Kyle Hamilton, and this one is $6. This is a floor moment. I was not expecting that, honestly, for a rookie on the Ravens, who's a pretty good team, and I think he's a pretty good player. So it's a little odd to me. So obviously the market is not really good right now on all day, but I think it can bounce back easily. Just hopefully they start doing pack drops every month instead of every 2 weeks. They haven't made too many duplicates of players either, which has been a good strategy as well, in my opinion. This Chenault is $5, so the floor is 5 right now. And then the Sauce Gardner is selling for 9 or 10, it looks like. So not that great on my packs in this one. I've had some somewhat pack luck with pulling rares in those kind of combined packs, but not in this one. And didn't get the best players either, but I got a lot of team moments, which I think can be valuable. So I think this is the one I got from the Eagles. And yeah, it's still like $20, but just a couple days ago it was 23. So I like the team moments. I think it's good to have a bunch of those for the playbook and just in general for collecting the debuts especially. Jeez, all right, so I'm going to cut down those pack drops on how much time it took, because I think it took a long time, but now we're finally getting into the playbook, and I'll probably have timestamps here for you guys to jump forward within the playbook so you guys don't have to watch all the pack openings if you don't want to. But basically, I already have 13 yards. Let's see, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4 pick'em games where you basically can just pick the favorites is what I'm doing, and you can get some easy yards. That's how I got the majority of my yards last week, just picking favorites on these games. But I already have 13, and I'm looking at another 12 here for just the logins. So that's 25. And then if I hit one out of these 4 picks, I'll get to 30 yards and I'll get a free moment. Or if I hit all of them, I'll get to 50 yards. Or I just need to hit like half or 2 out of 3 or whatever to get to 40. So my strategy, you guys don't have to use this strategy, is I just picked the favorites from Vegas, except for in this challenge, the Bills Chiefs, you actually needed a rare, and I didn't have a rare Bills, but I did have a rare Chiefs, so I picked that one. All right, so let's look at the upcoming challenges now. Just real quickly, we're going to go over the Sunday Slate challenge. So 1 moment of the longest rush player on the slate, which is going to be random, and there's so many games. 1 moment of the longest reception, obviously random as well. 2 quarterbacks that have 3 or more total touchdowns, and they can score touchdowns anyway, so that one should be fairly easy. There's probably going to be at least like 4, maybe 5 quarterbacks that hit that, or 6, I don't know. So that one should be pretty easy. And then 2 running back, receiver, tight ends that have 2 or more touchdowns as well. And then a rare with the team with the most sacks in the slate. So there's a bunch of bottlenecks that could happen here, basically probably for these first 2 ones, and they're just impossible to predict. And then quickly, we're going to go over the end of week challenge. So 1 moment of the starting quarterback from the top 2 teams who scored the most total points. So again, that's fairly random. I mean, you can look at total implied points in Vegas. I just Googled that, and this was the first link that came up. So like Bills, Bucks, Cardinals, I guess, are going to be your top 3 that could hit for this based on Vegas. And then 1 moment of a running back who finished in the top 2 in individual rushing yards. 1 moment of a wide receiver or tight end who finished in the top 2 in individual receiving yards. And then 1 moment of a defensive of the team who recorded most interceptions plus forced fumbles. And then a team moment. So like those team moments that I pulled actually could be fairly valuable, and that's with the widest margin of victory. So obviously for that, just look at the spread and see which team has the biggest spread, and that would be the prediction, I guess, for me. All right, so this Sunday night challenge here, we have Eagles and Cowboys. So first reception and then the last reception as well, which is interesting. So, I mean, it could be running backs, receivers, or tight ends, really. So pretty hard to predict this, but there probably is some players that are minted lower, so we're going to look at that. So looking at these players, Michael Gallup here is out of just 8,000. We have to see if he has any other moments, though. So the total for Gallup is still like 9,000, and there's 128 burned. So potential bottleneck with Gallup here, I guess, if he hits that challenge. And then as far as the quarterback challenge, Cooper Rush has one out of just 4,500. Pretty low mint here, but it seems fairly unlikely that he hits, but it's $20, and if he does hit, that would probably be a bottleneck. Hertz here has one as well out of 10K, but the one that I know sticks out to me is I'm pretty sure Ezekiel Elliott still only has a rare. So if he comes in the catch challenge, I'm sure he would be the bottleneck. Yeah, and his moment's all the way at 150, so he could bottleneck this challenge pretty easily. Also looking at AJ Brown here, who only has Titans moments out of 8,500 and then a rare out of just 900. So him and Gallup and Elliott, I think, are going to be the three for me. I'm going to write these Gallup, AJ Brown, and Ezekiel Elliott. And then I also did notice that the quarterback is just the first player to score a touchdown. It's not total. So Cooper Rush could be a bottleneck as well because he only has that moment out of 4,500. Okay, so now let's move on to the Monday night game. So for the Monday night challenge, we're looking at the most rushing yards, the most passing yards in the first half, and player who gets 3 or more catches, any player, so that one's not going to bottleneck, and then a debut of a defensive player on the team. And this is Broncos Chargers. So this one seems fairly easy. I know it's going to be like Herbert or Russell Wilson could be pretty expensive for quarterback, but they're not going to bottleneck the challenge. And then I guess the rushing yards could bottleneck this one possibly, but I don't see any off the top of my head of any big bottlenecks. So let's pull up the Chargers and the Broncos. Really off the top of my head, there's only 2 options. So we're just going to look at running backs here. I mean, Russell Wilson, I guess, could hit. I mean, so could Herbert. It would be pretty hard for that to happen. But Gordon here is just $8. But he's out of 10,000. There's 500 burn, though, so it's really like 9,500. But same with Eckler out of 10,000. And he has 500 burn as well. I don't know why so many people are burning Eckler over Gordon. I mean, like the same as Gordon, which is interesting. But these guys both have rares also. Eckler has a few more rares. I guess 400 more rares than Gordon. I guess Gordon would be a little less moments here. I mean, looking at all these guys that could get 3 catches. Albert O could get 3 catches. You never know. Cook, I don't believe, is on the team. Gerald Everett is, though. I'm pretty sure Gerald Everett has a moment as well. Judy could easily get 3 catches. And Palmer could even. Gordon could again. Sutton could. Keenan Allen, I don't know if he's going to play, but obviously he could. So could Eckler. So there's a lot of options to get that. Mike Williams only has 2 rares, but he could get 3 catches as well. I don't really see a bottleneck for catches. So now let's look at defense here. So I believe the challenge is just the debut from the winning team is needed. So we're going to actually have to put the all-day debut badge on here. It's probably likely that the Chargers are going to win. $6, so there's 7,000 there plus 6,000, so 13,000 plus 5. There's 18,000 debut commons. And then for the Broncos, there's 17,000 debut commons that you can get here for pretty cheap. I mean, 2 of them are $6. So this challenge is going to be pretty easy. Probably where you're going to end up spending your money on this is buying Herbert or Wilson. And honestly, if you just buy Herbert right now and then a Chargers debut, if you didn't have it, you're looking at $39, and you probably have a player that's going to get 3 catches on one of these teams, and you're looking at a pretty easy challenge, especially if Melvin Gordon hits in this challenge over Austin Eckler, because Eckler is a bit expensive as well. But right now it seems like one of the easiest challenges on the slate. So I don't see really that many bottlenecks in this. I guess you could say Melvin Gordon would be, and then Eckler. And I really think that a bunch of players are going to get more than 3 catches. So I don't think they're going to be any big bottlenecks in this game. And then for the quarterbacks, they don't have as many moments burned compared to Gordon and Eckler. So I believe that these 2 would be the bottleneck. and I don't think their price would really increase that much on this, honestly. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one, the pack openings, the strategy for this week's playbook. If you did, definitely subscribe to the channel. Check out my Top Shot Series 4 roadmap video I put out a couple days ago, and I'll catch you guys in another video.